Program Early Morning Radio. You can find out what's going on in the world. We talk about the issues of the day, the events of the day, the people that people are talking about. We have an interesting way of looking at the news and having a little fun with the issues. So if you want to have some fun, learn a few things, and get up on the right side of the world, Doug Steffens' Good Day program on CRN Digital Talk.
Be sure to check out Good Day USA weekdays 3 to 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time right here on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Whether your pet is furry, feathered, slimy, walks, crawls, jumps, or swims, it's time for the Pet Project. With your host, Tammy Trujillo, we'll tell you all about your pet's wants and desires. So stay, sit, and enjoy the Pet Project. And now your pet-loving host, Tammy Trujillo.
Well, I'm pet-loving, but I am not Tammy Trujillo. I'm Alan Bailey, sitting in for Tammy, who's out sick today with the flu. Bit of the holiday flu going around right now. But she'll be back next week right here on the Pet Project. But as for now, Hour 2 kicking off. And what better way to kick it off than with Liz Blackman from the Center for Lost Pets. And Liz, how are you on this Christmas Eve?
I'm good, Ellen. Thanks so much for pinch hitting for Tammy. I'm sorry she's got a Christmas cold.
I know. Just she's been fighting it all week, and yesterday we thought she was over it and woke up this morning with no voice. So
well, it must have really knocked her out. Otherwise, she'd have been there.
I know, but you know what? She's resting today, and she'll be back next week, Liz.
Good. Well, you know, I wanted to also mention, Alan, that I'm actually the founder of 1-800-HELP for Pets.
Mm-hmm.
Which is our for-profit division that helps fund projects like the Center for Lost Pets. And that's a free service to help anybody who's lost or found a pet. It's a national database where people who have lost and found pets can post them.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it as an enormous bulletin board where everybody who's lost or found a pet can post the pet using the description, when they found the pet, where they found the pet, and the system's programming matches people up so that it makes it almost guaranteed that they will find each other, unlike signs where if you lost your pet and I found him and we both put up signs, we could be blocks or miles away from each other and never see each other's signs.
And that's the thing is, you know, pets, they don't stay within your neighborhood. They go miles and miles, and they could be 10 towns over by the time you realize my pet's gone.
Or a Good Samaritan picks them up and puts them in their car, and intending to take them home, and call animal control or whatever if your pet's not wearing current ID.
Mm-hmm.
And now your pet could be many miles away from where he originally went lost. That's why it's so important that your pet always wear visible identification that's easy to read and that's current, and it's always on them, because even I would consider myself in that group like Tammy, who's obsessive about their pet safety. And my dog got out once at my husband's mom and dad's house. And the identification, the visible identification, is just, you can't imagine the relief it will give you if your pet ever needs help, knowing that he's got that on him. Now, that doesn't mean he shouldn't also have a microchip as a backup form of ID. As an expert in this field, I can tell you they absolutely, certainly should. It's like you don't get in your car and say, you know what, I have airbags, I don't need to put on my seatbelt, or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
You have both, because with both you're safer, and your pet is safer with both also. So our pet identification program, which your listeners can learn more about at helpforpets.com, is our for-profit side that funds the Center for Lost Pets and a number of other projects like the Black Dog Mission, which is a program to help bring awareness of the difficulty that black dogs face getting adopted in shelters, which is a surprise to a lot of people.
You know what? That was a surprise to me as well. I mean, you would never think, fur color, it doesn't really matter, but it does. It's
such an odd thing. I mean, there are a lot of theories to it, but it's so bad that shelters call it black dog syndrome. And your listeners can learn more at theblackdogmission.org. They can also Google helping black dogs. But then there's a lot of reasons why it happens. They can learn more there. But one thing I wanted to talk about today with you for certain is our program to help Josh and Kuma. Right now, if any of your listeners wants to protect their pet with our award-winning 24-hour nationwide pet identification system, and they go online to helpforpets.com and register their pet, we're going to donate 75% of the proceeds to Kuma's recuperation fund.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for that, Liz.
My pleasure.
And you know what? Again, that website, helpforpets.com. You log on from now until the end of the month, 75% of the registration fee goes to Kuma. And it's only $25 if I'm not mistaken, right?
Just 20.
Oh, it's just 20. That's even better. That's the great holiday gift. You keep your pet safe and you help another pet to recover. That's a win-win right there, Liz.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, too. That's Liz Blackman from the Center for Lost Pets and from Help for Pets. Log on to helpforpets.com. Register your pet. 75% of that registration fee is going to go to Josh Hansen and Operation Kuma for the month of December. Go ahead and stay with us right here on The Pet Project on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
CRN travelers, relax.